Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And China are showing their true colours, and it is deep communist red. They're furious with Britain. They are saying that Britain will face consequences. This is after Labour have delayed the approval of their new super spy centre, not spy centre, embassy in London. The PM has actually had now official confirmation from MI5. It's been put out there that the Chinese will use this as a spy centre. He can't deny it any longer. He's worked so hard for his Chinese masters, hasn't he? He's worked so very hard to ensure they built this massive intelligence service in the heart of our capital so they can spy on every aspect of society, influence, steal our secrets, etc. And now they've got to the point, the Labour's got to the point where we're going, oh God, if we sign it off now, it's going to look really bad, especially with what's going on and us collapsing that trial on purpose, allegedly, to try and save it. But China has now threatened consequences, as I say. Beijing wants to create this huge intelligence gathering system. The Americans are not happy. The Americans said they've got an embassy, they don't need a new one. And then when they presented the plans, there was all these areas blacked out and restricted, and they said, no, we need to know what they are. Oh, we can't show you. Well, then you don't get the build, and then they have to try and change everything. But a man called Lin Jian, who's China's foreign ministry spokesman, gave concern and strong dissatisfaction, as it's described, about the delay and Beijing's deep unhappiness. But Steve Reed, who's the minister responsible for signing off on this, has backdated now the decision until December the 10th. But the Chinese are angry, and they say that the UK should fulfil its obligations. Well, it hasn't got an obligation. It hasn't passed muster yet. There's no obligation. And what are you going to do if you don't? Stop selling us your shit? Suits me. Dominic Cummings has issued a fresh warning that this big building they're planning was going to be used as a spy centre. MI5 have admitted exactly the same. And Downing Street now are doing a little bit of a U-turn over China. They're going a bit cold, which will upset Starmer, I think. But they're rejecting the suggestion that the commitments have been made by the government. They're saying there's no commitments. Nothing is done until it's done. And the spokesman for Number 10 said, I don't recognise any claims of commitments or assurances. They're saying the decision of planning is independent of government. Nothing is independent of government. Which is why, of course, it has to be signed off by Steve Reed as a minister in the government. So what's going on with Number 10 that they don't think Steve Reed's in the government? Weird, isn't it? Concerns have been raised that China will tap into this data cabling hub, which is used by the city, incidentally, so that they could actually break our entire financial system. If they tapped into that, they could feed false information into the stock market, etc. And let's face it, China would love to do that. This is a big concern. So what are the government doing about it? Well, it looks like the government were probably planning it. It's the best way of breaking the country, isn't it? Fuck its entire stock market, one of the biggest in the world. So I wouldn't put it past Labour to be doing this deliberately. But MI5 and MI6 have said that China is trying to build a spy centre. It's a very bad idea to allow it at all, but never right above this data hub. And so the calls are now going out to reject it. China furious. Now, what they're going to do, I don't know. They might throw a few of our spies, let's face it, out of China, close our embassy in Beijing. Who cares? Screw China. I just say, that's fine. We just not buy anything ever again from China. Tell China to go take a running jump. And if the whole of the West did that, China collapses within days. China is on a precipice. It's a big economy, but it relies entirely on export. If the West said no, China collapses overnight. So I don't know what China thinks it's going to do. But anyway, there we go. I think at the moment they're just trying to delay their way out of making a decision rather than saying no. I think ultimately the government has got to say no and China have to go fuck themselves. But let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye.